A 4-year-old boy is receiving treatment at the burn center at Doctors Hospital after a kitchen fire in Aiken left him severely burned. News Channel 6's Mary Calkins has the latest.
Just before 3 a.m. Wednesday, a fire broke out in the trailer behind me. The next-door neighbor called 911 when he saw flames and heard the sound of his neighbor calling for help.
I wake up and I see her out there covered in a towel and she's going back and forth in the yard, help, there's a baby, help, there's a baby. And then there's smoke from that window. And then I call 911 and the house goes up.
The new Ellington Fire Department arrived on the scene within 6 minutes of that 911 call and immediately went inside to search for the child.
So they did a good job. They came and got him out of the house. Nobody could tell where he was. Originally, she was going back and forth saying he was over here. Then she said he was over here. Then she said he was in the middle. I think the poor kid was crawling around.
Once the fire chief made it inside the burning trailer, he heard a sound that led him into a smoke-filled hallway where he found the child conscious but injured.
He was visibly burned. He had a little blue line of a vein kind of on his stomach. There was some charring on his lips. But he was speaking a little.
And the fire department says the woman at the house was not the child's mother. She was babysitting the 4-year-old when the fire erupted, and she sustained minor injuries.
I think she was just kind of watching after a friend's kid, and something must have been in the oven, she said, and the house caught up.
The Aiken County Sheriff's Office is investigating the circumstances surrounding the boy's injuries. In Aiken, Mary Calkins, WJBF News Channel 6.
A lawsuit over a teenager's Snapchat has made its way to the Supreme Court. What it says about free speech in schools when we come back. China would have lost business and sports events and hurt some of its most valuable teens by passing the bill. Pennsylvania teen's profanity-laced Snapchat post and the decision by Mahoney Area High School to suspend her from the cheer squad is now the center of a major free speech case. It went before the Supreme Court today. Washington correspondent Alexandra Limon has more.
In 2017, after Brandy Levy didn't make the varsity cheer team, she posted on social media, F school, F softball, F cheer, and she took a selfie showing her middle finger.
I was a 14-year-old kid. I was upset, I was angry.
Her high school suspended her from the cheer squad. She says the school violated her First Amendment rights. The school district argues schools have a right and duty to regulate student speech in some cases.
Schools have to deal with this every day. They try not to make mistakes while keeping kids from killing themselves because they're bullied.
Mine wasn't bullying anyone, it wasn't harassing.
Levy's legal team and the ACLU say she wasn't at school when she made the post.
The fact that like 95% of kids spend much of their lives online is not a reason to censor it. It's a reason to provide even more protection.
This case could become the most significant ruling on student speech in more than 50 years. In 1969, the Supreme Court ruled that students don't lose their First Amendment rights on campus, and students were allowed to wear black armbands in opposition of the Vietnam War. But the school district says the same case allows schools to act if there is a significant disruption.
The internet's ubiquity, instantaneous and mass dissemination, and potential permanence make the speaker's location irrelevant.
A ruling in this case is expected by summer. In Washington, Alexandra Limon.
Still ahead, the Girl Scouts